Bleacher Report did a list of all the NFL teams who were their most overpaid player. And of course, drum roll please, you know exactly who's the Detroit Lions' most overrated player, Matthew Stafford. And yes, I'm going to continue to stand on my power as usual. Rest in peace and rest in power to my brother Nipsey Hussle. Did a video on my other channel about him, so I just wanted to put that out there on this channel. But don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to the email. Yes, I did not drop no videos over the weekend. Didn't feel like it. Took the weekend off, but well, we back. All right. So this is what they had to say. All right, same shit I've been saying. But apparently it's some people that continue to believe in Matthew Stafford that just don't get it. And eventually, you know, a hard head make a soft ass. But it says in an article on Bleacher Report, and I'll link it in the description, this is rather simple. The NFL's fifth highest paid player was its 25th highest rated passer in 2018. Sure, it was down year for the Lions quarterback Matthew Stafford, but the fact is 2009 number 1 overall pick has failed miserably in the attempt to live up to the 5-year, $135 million contract extension he signed prior to the 2017 season. Stafford put up strong numbers in 2017, but he also failed to lead the Lions to the playoffs and still hasn't led them to a single postseason victory in 10 NFL seasons. When you give a guy $27 million a year, he should be able to carry a decent team at times. The Lions are at least a decent, but Stafford just hasn't gotten it done. The 31-year-old quarterback led a record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks during a memorable 2016 campaign, but he's been part of just 3 total comebacks in the 3 seasons surrounding that, and he hasn't earned a Pro Bowl nod since 2014. At this point, it's hard to rank Stafford above Patrick Mahomes, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Russell Wilson, Phillip Rivers, Deshaun Watson, Jared Goff, Andrew Luck, Carson Wentz, Matt Ryan, Ben Roethlisberger, Cam Newton, and maybe even youngsters Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold. He's a middle of the pack starting quarterback, getting elite quarterback money. See, like I said before, the reason I did this is because I said all this shit before I even seen this article. Okay? That's what people outside of Detroit think. People that ain't Lions fans. That's exactly how the perception of Matthew Stafford is. All right? That's the perception. And that was all of that is factual. They use stats to back it up. But all you hear from people is saying, oh, he don't have a running game, or he don't have this, he don't have that. I mean, Russell Wilson and Cam Newton don't have a lot of nothing. Especially talking about lines. You know what I'm saying? Especially talking about lines. Like, I mean, they make their running game better. You know, Stafford don't make nobody better. And I've been saying that. And people say, oh, he only had 1,000-yard rushers. And, man, this nigga Cam Newton took Jericho Cotchery as a primary receiver and Ted Ginn to the Super Bowl. I mean, Russell Wilson made the playoffs with no offensive line, bro. He made those running backs better. You know, but then again, they're going to continue to make excuses for Matthew Stafford. And that's just what the game is. You know, and like I said before, if he was a brother, he would never got this money. He'd have been out of here. He'd have been criticized. He'd have been ran out of Detroit. You know, but people are going to continue to protect him because that's what fans do. I don't approach my channel like a fan. I don't know if people ever caught on to that. I don't approach it as a fan. I approach it as a realist. That's how I run my other channel. You know what I'm saying? But when you speaking real shit, you always going to get hate. Remember that. When you living real, when you speaking real, motherfuckers gonna say you hating. Motherfuckers ain't gonna want to be cool with you. Motherfuckers, you know, be like, oh, he hating. That's the first thing they gonna say. But, you know, I take that. I take the backlash. I take niggas disliking my video. I take niggas hating. At the end of the day, and making this videos and shit, at the end of the day, I'm gonna stand on my power because can't nobody control what I do. Can't nobody control what I say. Can't nobody control how I think. And real talk, I'm willing to die over that shit, bro. I'm willing to die over my respect. I'm willing to die over my pride. But that's a lot of shit that motherfuckers don't understand. Before I compromise myself in any shape, fashion, for any amount of money, you know, I'd rather take a bullet in the head. You know, because I'm not going out like no sucker. You know, even if somebody, the Lions hit me up, oh, you got to stop talking bad, we give you this and that. Nah, man. Nah, man, I'm going to speak the truth, man. I can't That's all I know how. That's all I know how to do. And like I said before, all those fucking names they name, other than Prescott wasn't on that list, I put above Matthew Stafford. And this shit was last Friday, before I seen this article. Ain't no joke, man. It's some people that put Alex Smith over Matthew Stafford. It's some people like me that put Prescott over Matthew Stafford. You know, it's some people that put Nick Foles over Matthew Stafford. Not saying that I do, or I put Bradford, Darnold, or Mayfield over him. You know, that might be a little bit extreme, but that's the public perception outside of Detroit. And then people in Detroit want to always say, oh, they don't cover the Lions, they hate on the Lions. Look at your organization, man. Look at your organization. You know, and people got the audacity to sit here and say, oh, you hating. Look at your organization. Last time they won a playoff game, 1991. 91. You know, Stafford didn't have to sign that extension. He knew what he signed up for. Calvin Johnson had to sign that extension. He knew what he signed up for. Dominic Suh just got the fuck on. He knew what it was. This team ain't fully invested in winning. Had Stafford went somewhere else, could he have been more successful? Yeah. If you're not in a great fit in this league, you'll get marginalized. In my Chris Carter voice. So when you sign that contract, or you didn't put a trade demand out there, you know, you knew what you signed up for. So you stuck in the same position. I believe he signed 2 contract extensions. You knew what you signed up for. So I have no pity on you. You took the $30 million a year or $27 million a year. You haven't done shit with it. Not a Pro Bowl, not a Small Bowl, not a playoff win. And guess what? Quarterbacks are judged by wins and losses. That's the difference between Marino and Elway. That's the difference between Marino and Montana. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. It's wins. And somebody said, oh, Stafford is going to be John Elway. Motherfucking John Elway made it to 3 fucking Super Bowls in the beginning and lost all 3. You think they was giving oh man, you know, John ain't have a running game or his defense was this and that. Nah, man, wasn't no pity on him. He was expected to win as a quarterback. And when he didn't cut it, he got his ass busted by the 49ers. The media tore him apart. Even if he had to drive with the Cleveland Browns. See, motherfuckers don't know shit about football. You know what I'm saying? Niggas think they can tell me about football. Nigga, I know football. It ain't my #1 sport. But I know that motherfucker. I can coach that shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't had no pity on John Elway. He had to get TD. And when he got TD, and they kind of upgraded the defense a little bit, then he won 2 Super Bowls. But he had took a team. He put a team on his back to 3 of them motherfuckers. Stafford ain't doing that. Whoever made that dumbass comparison. John Elway, my favorite quarterbacks. He put a whole team on his back. He was the white, steaming, beaming. Mobile as a motherfucker early on. Rocket for an arm. Driving niggas in the playoffs in Cleveland, the original Cleveland Browns before they went to Baltimore. You know? But people want to continue to protect it. Watch, when the wheels completely fall off, man, I just want you niggas to come back and apologize. You don't even got to apologize. Just say, hey, man, you was right. No matter where I am, you can find me on social media. But I still got the channel. You come to my, just say, oh, man, yeah, you was right, bro. Just come and say I was right. And if I'm wrong, I'm going to come and say, okay, I was wrong about Stafford and whoop-de-whoop. But we all know, man, this motherfucker ain't good. You know it. I know it. We know it. Bleacher Report know it. I can find other people that think the same thing about Matthew Stafford. You know, and then you look at him in past Stafford time. That's where our stats come from. People say he threw for 4,000 yards. That ain't that hard to do in this era. It ain't that hard. Can't jam the receiver past 5. Defensive receiver can't hit the quarterbacks. Can't do nothing. You know, Joe Montana, John Elway, Dan Marino, they have a field day in this league. Imagine if you couldn't touch Jerry Rice. You know what I'm saying? Imagine you couldn't touch Rod Smith or Ed McCaffrey. Or you couldn't touch old Shea Sharp. You couldn't touch him. Motherfuckers be going Donkey Kong out there, man. But y'all know what it is, man. Motor City Sports Talk. Appreciate everybody for checking in. I'm going to link that article from Bleacher Report in the description before people be like, oh, it's fake news. Or, you know, what they didn't say is Stafford didn't have a 100-yard. Nobody care about that. When you getting $30 million, you expected to make it happen. If they give you scraps, you still expected to make a 5-star dinner, man. And that's just how I play down, man. That's just how quarterbacks are judged. I don't make the fucking scale. I don't break the fucking scale. I just reference the fucking scale. But appreciate everybody for checking in. Blessings one more time for the one time. Rest in peace to the brother Nipsey Hussle, man. Rest in power. But But y'all know what the business is. Motor City Sports Talk, we gone.